Everybody does predictions. You think they want my predictions? Okay, here's my prediction. At the end of the month, there's going to be a ton of predictions, and nobody follows up on them, and they're not even falsifiable. There. That's my prediction. You're not going to let this go, are you? You think they want my predictions? Fine. I'll do predictions, but we're going to do this my way.
A Lucid View of History, Volume 17. Predictions, probabilities, and prognostications. Or, am I just being uncomfortably dumb?
Welcome to a lucid view of history. A year ago, a small team determined that we'd start a company, not a prediction, a demand of ourselves and our commitment. Next month, we celebrate our first birthday. That prediction, well, that commitment came true. I hear from many of you that you want to start a company. You've got everything you need except... So let me predict your next year. If you make this prediction happen, then next year, I'd like to interview you and air it, spreading the word about an end of December prediction that actually came true and of your success. Ready? January 2021. This video is the final straw, your tipping point. You have an outline of a product. When you look at it, it's really a collection of features with no real way of practically deploying it. You also don't have a co-founder. But you take my advice, you grab the founder's dilemmas, linked below, and start putting your plan into gear. February, you decide to raise money, and you start reaching out. Maybe we talk. You get a line on a couple of potential co-founders. More importantly, you know what you need from that co-founder, why you need it, and what you're willing to cede to get them. March. Rejection's hard. Maybe they're all right, and this is trivial. Maybe they're testing you. How much do you believe this? You and your co-founder spend a 3-day weekend practicing, refining, and moving the product forward. Before March is out, one person, a friend, sure, but one person says, yeah, I'd buy that. April. That was a lot of paperwork, but now you have a company. If only pitch decks were as straightforward. Every VC is telling you they want the story a different way. Finally, out of frustration, your co-founder pushes back and tells the VC they're not seeing it the right way, tactfully but clearly, and then explains why you're doing it the way you're doing it. For the first time, your idea's value lands. Finally, someone gets it, and it's invigorating. May. Congratulations, it's a term sheet. 1/3 tell you, take it, funding's tight. 1/3 say, and there's lots of options and plenty of capital floating around out there. The other third think you should raise from angels and start smaller. Another 3-day session with your co-founder, and you choose. June. Hiring's a lot harder than you thought. It turns out uncertainty keeps people at big companies, and so does certainty. Engineering managers do more managing than they do building, and you need builders fast. But you have a design partner, and your product's in their lab now. How do you measure this? July. Who knew no was pronounced maybe? NDAs and vendor due diligence, you're glad you didn't know what you were getting into. It's long periods of determination punctuated with sheer terror. Is it too late to go back to your corporate job? No, no way. More than ever, you know this is right. There's a light at the end of that tunnel. It's probably not an oncoming train. August, crickets. Did you lose a month? You go back through your calendar and look through all the appointments, the cold calls, the late night product fixes, all that work. And August still vanishes with a flicker. September, you have 3 installs, and 2 of them commit to pay. Your baby isn't ugly. Cloud 9, it doesn't get any better than this. And the next day, an emotional crash. All signs point to disaster. You recall wise advice. You don't really remember where it came from. One day, you're going to feel great. The next day, you'll feel despair. Remember to look around, and nothing's changed. Turns out that was good advice. October, 1 install dies. The customer's too busy, too distracted, too uncommitted to the deployment. Do you rebuild the deployment model based on 1 customer? The other 2, they're happy. They're telling other people. And there's 2 more potentials if you could run before year's end. November. You think back to last year at this time, back when you were watching YouTube videos about deep fried turkey accidents. You remember this only because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. You didn't know it. I bet you're working the day after. You're coming out of stealth, and it's got to be perfect. December, out of stealth. Your marketing guru needs you to do a predictions article. You've got some recognition now, and as a venture-backed technology startup, there's a cachet to your brand. As you sit down to draft your predictions article, you remember this video. Hey, send me a note. We need to record our video. 2020 has been unpredictable. I'll bet you've learned a great deal about yourself. There's only one step between a skydiver and a passenger. In 2021, I predict you'll take that step, start your own company, and doggedly, determinedly march through 2021, building your own vision. When you do, I look forward to our time together next December.